Hi, I'm Elizabeth,
And I'm Cindy.
and we're here with another feeding frenzy for the Master Key System. We're in part 1, day 40. Alright, this is a big one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Recognition is a mental process. Mental action is therefore the interaction of the individual upon the universal mind. And as the universal mind is the intelligence which pervades all space and animates all living things, this mental action and reaction is the law of causation, but the principle of causation does not obtain in the individual, but in the universal mind. It is not an objective faculty, but a subjective process, and the results are seen in an infinite variety of conditions and experiences.
Okay. Start over, please.
Did you get any of that?
No.
Okay, let's try
Yes,
this
I
again.
know.
Recognition is a mental process.
Okay.
We got that one, right? Mental action is therefore the interaction of the individual upon the universal mind.
Explain that one.
I'm reading, you're supposed to be explaining. All right, recognition is a mental process.
Okay, got that.
Got that.
We
all right?
recognize that.
Mental action is therefore the interaction of the individual upon the universal mind. I think it's saying that when we recognize God or the universal mind, that is our interaction, that mental
With it.
process within us is our interaction with the universal mind.
Okay.
Is that what you're hearing?
Yes, when we recognize that God is within.
Mm-hmm.
When we recognize that we're bigger than ourselves.
Mhm.
When we get that consciousness that's more than just a consciousness that's more than we've talked about the different levels of the consciousness.
Yes.
And when I recognize that it's more than just me in this world.
Mm-hmm. I think, and
I'm having trouble putting that into words.
I can't remember who said it, but somebody said once that it's the thinker realizing he's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. When we realize we know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we first become self-conscious, and then we become conscious that we're self-conscious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think it's that being conscious that we are aware,
Mm-hmm.
or being conscious that we're conscious,
Mm-hmm.
is our interaction with the divine mind,
Right. Okay.
the one mind. I think that's what this is saying. All right, so thinking that, then it says, and as the universal mind is the intelligence which pervades all space and animates all living things,
Okay. That just says God is in everything.
right? This mental action and reaction is the law of causation.
This mental action, which was recognition.
So when I recognize and tap into the universal mind, that is the cause. And then once the universal mind is tapped, then I get the reaction,
Which is the effect.
which is the effect.
Okay.
I think this is all this is saying.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
But the principle of causation does not obtain in the individual, but in the universal mind.
Okay. Principle of causation. So this cause and effect is not on the individual, but on the...
It's not in the individual, but it's in the universal mind.
Okay.
Even though we cause, by tapping into it, we cause it and get an effect. I think it's saying,
We can't do that alone.
exactly, it's a
The
It's a
universal
symbiote.
mind is a part of
it's a
that.
symbiote relationship
All right.
here. You have to have one and the other
Right.
in order to have the cause and the reaction,
Okay.
cause and effect.
Okay, by that.
It's not an objective faculty, but a subjective process. And the results are seen in an infinite variety of conditions and experiences.
So what does it mean it's not objective, but it's subjective?
Meaning, I think it's affected by us as individuals, where we stand and where we are. So that the result from the action that we're calling for, the cause that we are sending out, the effect, is going to come back differently because we are individuals.
Okay. Because we're at different places.
Because we're at different
We
places.
see things differently.
And we
have
see
different
things
perspectives.
differently, and we have different perspectives, and we have different filters.
Okay. I can buy
So
it.
we are working. I think it's
So we
saying
judge
we
it
are
as it
working
comes
with the
back.
same law, but we're going to see different effects because we are different.
Gotcha. It's going to give us different experiences based on our filters, where we've been, what we've been through in the past.
Right.
Okay. I can buy
I
that.
think this is a very complicated way of saying that once we have the recognition that we are not alone, that there is God within,
Mhm.
and that God within is the same in every being, then we have access to the one mind.
Mhm.
And once we cause something, once we have a desire and cause it, the effect we get from the one mind is different than the one you're going to call for
Mhm.
because we are individuals.
Mm. So all of this is sort of coming together for me now.
Okay?
So let me
So
explain what I'm saying.
explain it to me.
Well, I'm seeing that there is one mind,
Yes.
and it works the same everywhere in everybody.
Mhm.
But we are expressions of that one mind.
Yes.
And since we have different filters, different experiences, different backgrounds, different thought processes, different physical makeups, different
Perspectives.
every way around, yeah, perspectives, then the way we express that one mind is all different in each individual. So we all start with that one thought process, that one mind thought,
Mhm.
but the way we express it can be completely different. And that's the reason we don't always agree, is because we aren't always right, because we have that one mind
Mhm.
thought, but we all express it differently. So we're really talking about the same thing, but we're just using different perspectives and different ideas to express that one thought.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
So in a paragraph, it's explaining how we can all be individuals in a one mind.
Yeah. And the importance of our part, I think,
Mhm.
because we get to take that one thought, and even though everybody has access to that same basic thought, we all get to put our own twist onto it. And so by the time it comes into manifestation, it's got me in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty cool.
Exactly. So you brought up to me, I'm going to put you on the stand here for a minute. You brought up to me probably a couple of months ago about teaching and that kind of thing, or doing a blog or whatever, and you would ask yourself a question. Do you remember what that question was? Well, with so many people teaching this stuff, why would they want to hear what I have to say?
Mhm.
Why would they want to know how I do it?
Mhm.
Now, can you answer that question?
Because I get to put my twist on it. Because even though it's the same thought, nobody else can be me. So that's why this video can work, is because nobody else can be us.
That's why it doesn't matter how many people are doing this. There are going to be certain people, because they see along the same lines that we do, that are going to get something out of it that they don't necessarily are not necessarily
it
going to get
helps
from someone else.
To see other people's perspectives on the same idea.
does.
And so that's why a lot of the self-help stuff, it's saying the same thing, it just says it a little differently. And that's why some of it speaks to me and some of it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it depends on the twist I'm putting on. It's pretty cool.
And the twist you're receiving from it,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's good stuff.
Really good stuff. Shreen.
Shreen.